All right, so we are live. This is the final regular season predictions episode for the Battle of Ohio podcast. We haven't been doing them with a lot of regularity lately because the holiday season's just been so insane. We honestly there were some weeks we barely got podcast episodes out, and I think there was one episode we missed entirely, actually, for that matter. But we're both available now, and we're gonna try to take a crack at this Week 18 schedule. And what we ended off on was I'm 118-74-1 on my predictions, and Thomas is 113-79-1. So we're just gonna basically say take everything that we missed out, and if Thomas, you're 5 games behind me, and if you can catch up by 6 games or more on this week, then we'll just call you the winner.
Okay, awesome.
Or I'll just be the winner if I can stay ahead. So that
I'm just gearing up for the playoffs because unlike the Browns, I'm going to the playoffs.
Well, that's true. We will still be doing predictions, but they'll be taking a little bit of a different format, I think, because there's so few games to actually talk about. But
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun doing the playoff predictions this year. I'll tell you that for sure.
we also don't have a game on right now to kind of half pay attention to. So this live stream will probably be a lot shorter than most of our live streams because we'll probably just get through these games and it probably won't take too long. So let's go ahead and talk about these games then, Thomas. So we're going to start off with the Saturday games because you got
Okay.
2 Saturday games and you got a bunch of Sunday games. So we're going to
Cool,
start
get
off
some
with
Saturday
Saturday
games.
games. Yes.
Okay, who we got on Saturday?
So we're going to start with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos.
Ooh. Patrick Mahomes playing.
Probably, yeah, because they're still fighting for the number 1 seed.
Even if he's not playing, give me the Chiefs. Because anything's possible.
Yep. I'm gonna go with the Broncos on this one.
Okay.
I've got a feeling, and it's not just because I want the Bengals to. It's not because I want the Bengals to get the number 1 seed. Like I'm not basing this off of what I want. I genuinely believe the Denver Broncos always play the Chiefs closely. The Chiefs have been kind of like all year they've kind of been flashing signs of weakness. And I mean, sometimes there's something dangerous in playing a team that's like, got nothing left to play for in the season. I mean, sometimes they take it in a very drama-filled way like the Browns. Sometimes they take it in a very, like kind of motivated, well, let's just get out here on a high note kind of thing. And I mean, that could be the Broncos this year. You never know. Vic Fangio, at the very least, does know how to put a defense together. And that's, if you can put a defense together, you can do something interesting against the Chiefs. And, if you can get anything going on offense, then maybe you can capitalize. So I don't know. I think the Broncos are going to take this one.
Okay, I like it.
So we'll save that one for last. We'll save that one for second to
Second
last.
to last. Yeah, no.
So-
I guess which two you talking about?
All right. So then in that case, next we've got the Tennessee Titans traveling to Houston to play the Texans. What you got?
Tennessee Titans trying to use play Texans. I don't even care who the quarterbacks are for this game or the backups for this game. I still want Tennessee. I mean, like you said, like these week 18 games can be weird because you don't know who's resting, who's not playing, who don't care, who cares, who's ready for vacation. Mm-hmm. Still give me the Titans.
Well, you know what, Thomas? I think I mentioned this on the podcast, and I said that the Houston Texans have already beaten the Tennessee Titans once this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so, on that note, I'm picking the Titans because it's not going to fucking happen again. That's ridiculous.
Whatever, funny. He's Texas. Strip the Titans.
Look, dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, I mean, is it possible? Sure. Like, I mean, Davis Mills has been playing pretty good lately,
Yeah, Davis Mills ain't
David
bad.
Culley, I feel, has been showing that he's a pretty decent coach. The Texans have been playing a lot of teams tough lately, so, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility the Texans could win this game. But if I'm putting money down, I'm going to put it on the Titans. And the Titans have been without Derrick Henry, and I can't imagine he's going to play this week either because he did come off of the return, the designated to return thing. But he's probably not going to play in a meaningless game. I mean, like, can you imagine if he were to get, like, injured in this game?
Yeah.
The entire Nashville would burn down. So
That's
I'm
a
gonna
fun
guess that,
place.
but at the same time, Mike Vrabel's done a hell of a job coaching this team with all of their injury issues and all of their, problems and stuff like that. The Titans are just a very difficult team to beat in general. So I would guess the Titans are probably going to come away with the win here. Even though the Texans already beat them this year, I don't think they're going to sweep them.
Awesome.
All right. So next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Urban Meyer don't play for the don't coach the Jaguars anymore, so it's not as fun rooting against the Jaguars anymore.
Well, their interim coach is Daryl Bevell, and I
I
like
don't know who the
Daryl
hell that
Bevell.
is.
He's the
Oh.
former offensive coordinator of the Seahawks. I
um,
believe he was the offensive coordinator when they went to the Super Bowl, like in 2013.
oh well, the Colts are still battling for playoff position, and they have the MVP, so I'm going with the Colts here. I actually think the Jacksonville Jaguars might play them tough, but I'm still going with the Colts. I think the Colts has actually been one of the better stories in NFL, how they got back in the season and everything. So give me the
Yeah.
Colts.
Well, the
Well,
Colts have
very well
also
coached.
been like the Titans. I think the Colts have been flashing some vulnerability, and the Chiefs for that matter.
Yeah, I
Titans
mean,
have
I'm
been
not saying.
flashing some vulnerabilities lately,
Mhm.
but dude, I'm going to be rooting hard for the Jaguars in this one, just
Uh-huh.
out of sure comedy value, because we talked about it on the
Okay.
podcast. If the Jaguars win, then the Chargers and Raiders get in if they tie. So I want to
This
see
will be
that
fun.
scenario play out.
I really just want to root for it. I really want to root for a tie. Like I never two things I've never rooted in my life. I never rooted for the Browns to lose, and I rooted for a tie. I'm gonna be doing both of that this week.
Oh, I have definitely rooted for the Bengals to lose before because that loss against the Dolphins so many years ago got us Joe Burrow. So I was definitely I knew it was going to get us Joe Burrow, which is why I was so excited at the time, and why I was so fucking pissed when I found out that we recovered an onside kick in that game, and Andy Dalton led us down the field to because I was watching that game, right, Thomas? And then my wife comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, it'd be nice if we could go to the store at some point today." I'm like, you know what? The Bengals suck. I'm not even gonna bother watching this game. They're getting destroyed. And then I get to fucking Aldi, and then I look at my phone, and my Dolphins friend is texting me, and he's like, "How did you guys come back? And you guys are about to go win this game?" And I'm like, "No, no, I don't want. Oh no, we gotta get the number one pick, man. What are we doing?"
Thank God, y'all would have had Tua Tagovailoa. Well, it wasn't bad, but
I was actually a big fan of Tua Tagovailoa before Joe Burrow had his breakout. I was saying the Bengals need to draft Tua. Well, I feel like actually that same Dolphins fan friend tells me all the time, and he's kind of insane for saying specifically this because he's always telling me he thinks that Tua could have had just as good numbers or better than Joe Burrow if he had ended up in Cincinnati. And I'm like, no, wait, hold on a minute.
well, I mean, look,
I
man,
think
you
you're kind
gotta
of
admit,
ridiculous, but I do think that Tua is being heavily misused there in Miami. I think he'd
oh
be
yeah.
doing much better if he was in Cincinnati.
Well, I mean, it goes back to the conversation that we've been having. Is it the organization or is it the quarterback? And I think it's a little bit of both. But I do think organizations can ruin quarterbacks. I think an organization can make a. I think okay. So when you talk about it matters what tier you're talking about. I'm thinking when you talk about great quarterbacks, the greats who have this physical talent. I don't think that you could. Even still, I think an organization could ruin any quarterback. I really do think an organization because I think Tim Couch.
Maybe I don't know. I think Joe Burrow could have even turned the Browns around. Now, granted, at the time, y'all didn't really necessarily seem like you needed turning around, so you seemed like you were on the right track. And I mean, who knows if Baker Mayfield comes back next year? Maybe I'll get back on the right track. But when Joe Burrow was coming out, it's not like you guys needed a quarterback or anything like that. But I do feel like that Joe Burrow's just the right kind of transcendent kind of talent that he could have worked out anywhere.
If Tim Couch was drafted by the Patriots, would he have won a Super Bowl?
Well, let's see. He was drafted in 1999. So that would have been a little early for them to be taking a quarterback that high.
I'm just being like, I know. I'm just being hypothetical.
So
Like the hypotheticals are hypotheticals. If you put Tim Couch
as the backup quarterback to Drew Bledsoe,
and then eventually became the starting quarterback, do you think that he would have won a Super Bowl as the starting quarterback for the Patriots?
I mean, if you have that exact same scenario play out the exact same way for Tim Couch that did for Tom Brady, then yeah, I think Tim Couch could have become a great quarterback. Now, I also don't think he would have gone and won like 7 Super Bowls like Tom Brady did, because I think
he would have won at least 2 or 3.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, but like I think part of what makes Tom Brady great is not just like it started with him ending up in the right situation, but like part of what created Tom Brady was Tom Brady's mentality. Tim Couch did not have Tom Brady's mentality.
I give you that. I think Tom Brady's the greatest of all time. I'm not saying that. I just wonder if Tim Couch was brought up in the Patriots organization, if he would have won a Super Bowl.
I mean,
and
maybe.
Then that goes back to my theory about, is it the organization or is it the quarterback at some point?
People forget, I think, that before Tom Brady, the Patriots were not a horrible organization. I mean, they had been to the Super Bowl twice in the last like when Tom Brady came to New England. They had been to the Super Bowl in 1996. And they'd also been to the Super Bowl in 1985. So, I mean, it's not like the Patriots were just like a perennial loser organization. I mean, they were, I mean, in the same way that like the Bengals weren't a perennial loser organization in the 80s because they made the Super Bowl twice in a decade. And with the Patriots, they made it twice in the middle of back-to-back decades. So it was basically within about a decade. It was 85 and 96.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think Tim Couch probably could have gone to and even won a Super Bowl in New England. I don't think it would have turned into like the six ring dynasty that they had.
I don't think so either. But I think it would have been good. I just wonder those questions because listen to the podcast, guys. Listen to the podcast when it comes out. It'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah, me and him got into a pretty good discussion. But anyway, getting back to this game, I would love to see the Jaguars win this game, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Now, I mean, there is the whole like talk about like the Jaguars have like an undefeated record in Indianapolis in Week 18 over the last like however many years. I mean, it's really kind of remarkable how often the Jaguars beat the Colts in the final week of the season. I just don't think it happens this year. I think the Colts are on a mission. And I just don't see how the Jaguars really match up well against the Colts. Now, they did have a good game against the Colts back in week, 1 or something like that. Like, insanely enough, the 2 games that these two teams have played, week 1 and week 18. But I think the Colts have come on stronger a lot since that game, and the Jaguars have kind of fallen even farther apart since that game. So... So I'm gonna take the Colts in this one. I'd love to see the Jaguars do it, but it's probably gonna be the Colts. All right. So next we got the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. What you got?
Ooh, you know what? Actually, I went with Dolphins this game.
All right.
Dolphins. More depth of a team. And they're not bad. They're not a bad team. They've been doing good ever since Tua have been starting again. I don't know why he haven't started all season. Who's the coach of the Dolphins again? Because he's be on the hot seat.
Brian Flores. I agree. I think Brian Flores should probably be fired like as soon as possible.
Just like you remember our reaction. Wait, Tua's not hurt.
Right, and then like. And then he went in and they took him back out, and I'm just like, what on earth are you doing? Like, you're not going to develop it. Like, what was the point of drafting him that high? You could do the same damn thing with Andy Dalton. I don't know. But I'm going to disagree with you here. I think the Patriots are going to take this. I think the Dolphins, they went on that run, but they went on that run against literally the worst teams in the NFL. I mean, the only good team they beat was the Baltimore Ravens, and that was kind of what sparked the Baltimore Ravens to start being terrible. But before that, the Baltimore Ravens were one of the best teams in the NFL, and the Dolphins beat them on Thursday night, and that was hilarious. But other than that game, the Dolphins haven't really beaten anybody good. And despite the fact that like Brian Flores seems to have Bill Belichick's number for some reason, I don't think that the Dolphins sweep them this year. I think the Patriots are fighting for a little bit too much right now.
Well, were the Ravens ever the best team in NFL? Because they were kind of get lucky in some of those games. Like they should have lost to the Colts. I was so mad when they won that game against the Colts. I'm still mad to the other day about them winning that game against the Colts. You stuck Carson for losing that game. Ugh.
Yeah. We talked about on I think the last episode of the podcast, Thomas, about how I mentioned something about how I wasn't scared of the Colts. Because, and then I leaned to you to say something about Carson Wentz being terrible, and then you chose that moment for some god-awful reason. That was the moment. You're like, no, he's pretty good. And I'm like, did you just see the way he's played the last couple of weeks? If you ever had a reason to criticize Carson Wentz, now's the time to do it.
I just wasn't feeling at the time because like who am I? Who am I to insult another team's quarterback right now? Like honestly, Kyle.
Well, who were you
real?
Who were
I'm
you in the first
here.
place, Mr. 32 quarterbacks?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I just needed to be humble for it. I didn't 1 week just be humble. Like I was humbled. I was humbled. That was humbled. Like respect. Like Kendrick Lamar said, "Bitch, be humble. Hold up, bitch. Sit down." I got humbled. Baker Mayfield humbled me. But you know what? Look, I'm back. You suck, Carson Wentz. I'm sorry I missed the opportunity. I'm sorry. I just wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the Carson Wentz suck mood, but I'm back in the Carson Wentz suck mood. You cheered me up.
Fair.
Thank you.
All right. So next we got the New York Jets traveling to Buffalo to play the Bills.
New York Jets to play this shit. Yo, by the way, okay, first of all, Bills. But it's so funny because I was in New York. My hotel was literally across the street from the stadium where the Jets play and the Giants play when I was in New York last weekend, and I was literally there was Buccaneers fans in the hotel, and there was Jets fans. Like none of them knew that they were going to see what they seen with Antonio Brown. Like I just really wish I could go back and talk to those people. So what was it like being in that stadium when Antonio Brown did what he did? By the way, beautiful stadium. Beautiful stadium. That stadium is a lot better looking in person. We actually had a chance to take a tour of the stadium and everything. It's actually a lot better looking in person than it is like in on TV. It looks bland on TV, but there's actually a pretty nice stadium. Better than my stadium.
Well, I mean, it is in New York, so I imagine they probably put some work into it.
Yeah, I mean, they all spent a lot of money, and they got two teams playing it.
That and, your stadium's a factory of sadness, so.
It is a factory of sadness. It's the worst stadium in Cleveland. It's the worst stadium in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like by far. Do better, Browns.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that on the last episode of the podcast too. You were like, you got the Cavs stadium, which is basically a palace, and then you got the brand new Indians stadium, which looks great and everything, and then you got the Brown stadium, which is just bonk.
I know. It's just like
All right, so now we have the Chargers and the Raiders. Now, based on your predictions here, Thomas, you are predicting that this game is just going to be a play-in game, not a game that they could tie, and it would make a difference.
Okay, I don't know who I'll pick this game, if I'm being real with you. Because, look, on the low, like, can I just take a second to give respect to Derek Carr? Like, honestly, like, I thought the Raiders just about gave up, and there was a level of dysfunction with this Raiders team where they lost a lot of great players. Derek Carr weather the storm. I'm really rooting for them. But let's be real, Chargers.
All right. Did you hear the Raiders lost another guy to DUI?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is what happens when move the team to Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they moved the team to Vegas. Like, I mean, like this is party central. I mean, like, and I get it. Like, like the NFL probably like, yeah, ain't no more. But what I mean, we went to OU. Like, we seen a party atmosphere in person. Like Vegas, OU was the Vegas of colleges, pretty much, and they're football, they're NFL players in Vegas. They're literally an NFL team in Sin City. What do you expect?
That's fair. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the Raiders here, because I feel like I've never been the biggest believer in Justin Herbert.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I was very wrong in my draft evaluation because he ended up being a pretty damn good quarterback. But he still kind of has a tendency, and I notice it from time to time, to kind of like, shrink away in really particularly, big stretches. And lately, him and the Chargers have looked extremely vulnerable. I mean, you saw them lose to the Texans, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the Raiders have just like you said, the what they've done in staying afloat and staying in the playoff race and everything. They're so talented. I think I heard something like Darren Waller might be coming back. And so I don't know. I just think with all of that emotion, all of that motivation, all of that everything, I think the Raiders have just come too far to let this slip away out of their fingers. And I think the Chargers just I think the Chargers have been playing with fire for way too long. So I think the Raiders are going to get it done in Las Vegas. No less, it is a home game for Las Vegas. So I think they're going to get it done, and I think they're going to punch their tickets to playoffs. And the Chargers are going to be sitting at home.
It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a fun game. By the way, can we both agree that Burrow is better than Herbert?
Do what?
Can we both agree that Burrow is better than Herbert?
Well, obviously. I mean,
yeah.
The debate has to pretty much be over at this point. I mean, like, maybe, I don't know, Justin Herbert has some insane throws, but he's also really inconsistent, which has always been the issue with him. Joe Burrow, for the longest time, it was like, okay, Joe Burrow isn't quite hitting that level that we all thought he was capable of hitting in the NFL, but he's been hitting it lately. He's looked like LSU Joe Burrow lately. Like, with his pocket presence and his deep ball ability and every single aspect of Joe Burrow's old game is where it is. And if he stays on this trajectory, he's going to be the single number one best quarterback in the NFL for many, many years. And, he's probably, it's his second season, and we shouldn't be, like Don Wink Martindale said, we shouldn't be fitting him for a gold jacket. But I am saying right now that is the trajectory he's on if he plays at the level that we all know he's capable of playing at.
I mean, going back to what I said at the beginning of the year, Joe Burrow is going to be what LeBron James is to Cleveland and to Cincinnati. He's going to be LeBron. I think Joe Burrow, I don't think we've seen the best of Joe Burrow yet.
I made an individual clip video of I remember that specific thing that you said. I made an individual clip video of it, and it's actually up on the channel. So if you're watching this, which we actually do have one person watching, so if you're watching this, oh hey, there's people in the comments. Have I just been completely ignoring?
By the way, there's somebody
degenerates. I want the Browns to win, but I don't want them to win as well. What up, Thomas? And Kyle. Okay. Hello, Square Table Degenerates podcast. You sent those messages only 2 minutes ago, actually, so I didn't miss them. Didn't miss them too much. But anyway, like I was saying, we got one person watching right now, so thank you for watching. But
shout out to you.
I got completely off track. What was I saying?
We were talking about Joe Burrow being the LeBron James of Cincinnati. LeBron James.
So if you're watching, we do have that video up on our channel, so go look it up. Thomas said Joe Burrow's going to be the LeBron James of Cincinnati, and the last couple of weeks he's shown it. So that video's up, and I'm personally, after we're done doing this, I'm probably gonna go watch it myself just to kind of soak it in and be like, oh yeah, that's right. He's the LeBron James of Cincinnati, and that's what we needed. God damn, did we need it? We needed somebody who could turn around the franchise, and he's still commenting. This is Joe Burrow from Facebook. You've seen me around. I remember when the show, I would feel sorry for Kyle. Now I'm jealous of Kyle.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. What a change in 24 months. That's right, because Joe Burrow is the truth.
I know that is.
That's right.
Shout out to you. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Yo.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I watched on the low, I watched LeBron completely just turn around this city. East Fourth. I don't know if you know what East Fourth is in Cleveland, but I just watched him just that whole area just exploded. That whole neighborhoods exploded because LeBron James returned, and I just think that Joe Burrow can do that for Cincinnati and just lift the city to a next level. And I think that'd be phenomenal for Cincinnati. I'm rooting for that happen. So hey man, look, go Bengals, man. Fuck it. My team.
My only thing is I just hope he. What has LeBron James won? 5 championships or 4?
4.
Okay, so hopefully he doesn't win 3 championships outside of Cincinnati. I mean, if he wins 1 in Cincinnati, I'll take that. I'm just saying if he's gonna win 4, win 4 here, Joe.
I don't think he's gonna do that because I don't think that. I don't think that he's gonna do that because I don't think that. I mean, the NFL is not the NBA where players just be just moving around when they feel like it.
Y'all are out here talking about East Fourth. I don't know anything about it.
East Fourth is dead after he left. Man, he ain't wrong. East Fourth, East Fourth is just not as funny anymore. It's just not. Unless the Cavs make the playoffs this year. When the Cavs make the playoffs this year, it'll be fun again.
I don't know anything about East Fourth.
So you got the Cavs Stadium. Right? You got the Indian Stadium. You got the Cavs Stadium. And then right behind the Cavs Stadium, there's a giant parking lot, the Harry Buffalo, and then you got East Fourth literally right there, just a line of bars. You got this place called Hilarities, where you could watch comedy sometimes. And then you have a bowling alley called the Corner Alley with very overpriced alcohol, where I've met some very attractive girls on the Cleveland Cavaliers parade. Great place, great memories.
There you go. Sounds like it's dead now. But let's go ahead and get back to these predictions. So we got the Cowboys and we got the Eagles on Saturday. That's the other game going on. So
both rivalry.
Of these teams don't really have much to play for. I believe the Cowboys are eliminated from contention for the bye week, and the Eagles have already clinched the playoffs. So it's really kind of a meaningless game here. Yeah,
the Eagles are going to playoffs.
Eagles are officially clinched in the playoffs. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I know, right?
What the hell have I been? They just did it on a low too.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. He has performer hilarity. It's a great place. It's a great place. Hilarity's a great place. It's a great place. Some great comedians there. Really, the Eagles are making the playoffs?
Yeah, the Eagles are in the playoffs. They are because the Vikings lost to the Packers and that clinched a spot for the Eagles.
Wow. Holy shit. Shout out to Jalen Hurts, y'all.
Hell yeah, Jalen Hurts. He got it done. But
and shout out to Hilarity, still.
Apparently, I don't know. Shout out to... There's this really great place in Cincinnati that's like what you're talking about, but I forget what it's called.
Anyway, with that said, throw a dart at the board. Give me Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Eagles, too. I think the Cowboys are going to rest their starters. Eagles, I don't know if they're going to rest their starters or not because, they kind of need momentum. So,
yeah.
I think the Eagles are probably...
I really like
I think the Eagles are... yeah. I think I'm thinking of Go Bananas, by the way, which is actually out in Sharonville, but, that's kind of how Cincinnati is. It's the downtown area isn't quite as lit as some other downtown areas, but the whole surrounding suburb area, there's just so much all over the place. It's all much more spread out in Cincinnati.
Yeah, Man. But by the way, going back to sticking on topic, the Jalen Hurts though, like I really like Jalen Hurts' game. You know, he's I'm really a big fan of him. I thought that the Eagles were going to ruin him, but I'm actually really excited to hear that they made the playoffs. You know, Jalen Hurts, man, I mean, it does help that they play in the worst division in football, but still, like, you know, I really respect Jalen Hurts' game. I really respect how tough he is. I really respect how much he battles. I like that kid, man. I think he's going to be a good quarterback for a long time. So that excites me.
I think so. He's basically baby Dak is what he is.
Yeah, he is. That excites me. Good for him, and good for Jalen Hurts. Good for the Eagles getting out of Carson Wentz's crappy ass.
All right, cool. So, Thomas, this next one's going to be really difficult. I don't know if I don't know if you're going to be able to figure out an answer on this one. So you've got the Green Bay Packers traveling on the road, Thomas, to Detroit to play the Lions.
I mean, Jared Goff versus. Hey, wait, hold up. Is Love is probably playing this game, right? Did the Packers get the number 1 seed locked up?
No, they do not have the number 1 seed locked up.
So is Rodgers playing?
They actually might have. Come to think of it.
All right, so there's battle backups in the game. You know what? Look. I still don't.
Well, no. Actually, from what I understand, Aaron Rodgers is still planning on playing.
Oh, there, Packers.
Yeah. So.
Man, shit, on the Lions. I'm resting Swift. Like, why would you even want to play Swift? Like.
Well, I mean, just because it's the last game of the year, you're not going anywhere, so just give him some more experience.
No, man, I mean, he's a running back. I mean, like, but the thing is, like,
but he's a young running back though.
It don't matter. He's a running, see, I'm weird because like me with running backs, like I'm like running backs got running backs. I'm sorry, I'm reading Varner's
The Millennium. Is that the one that's like the Millennium? Is that the one that's like a museum? I was never a big fan of that one.
I'm thinking like the Millennium Force.
No, he's talking about a hotel.
This the 8th tallest roller coaster in the world, 300 feet. Put your hands up, yeah! God, I miss roller coasters. All right, but anyway, all right, so
so Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he's gonna beat the Lions. But I just don't. I just think when it comes to running backs, like what experience do running like when you talk about young running backs, what experience do you need? Like, do you just want them to have more hits on their body? Because running backs only take. The reality is running backs only take so many hits on their bodies throughout a career. So don't you want to minimize the amount of hits that running back take? I guess one game wouldn't make a difference. One game wouldn't make a difference. So
that's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, you want to give him as much experience as possible, especially because he's young. But I see what you're saying too. I don't know. I think they'll play him though. Yeah. But moving on, we got the Bears and we got the Vikings. Who you got?
Bears and Vikings. Ooh, that was fun. Are both of them fighting? Well, no, the Bears are not fighting for playoffs. But the Vikings still fighting.
No, Vikings are eliminated. Bears are eliminated. This is a terrible game. Do not watch. I don't know if anybody's playing. I don't know if anybody's sitting. I don't know if either of these head coaches are going to have jobs next year. Like, I don't know if either of these, like, the only quarterback I know is going to still be in place out of all the quarterbacks in these games. Like, Justin Fields is probably going to stay in Chicago. But other than that, no idea what's going on here.
Do you think we should create a dream game? Like, I just hate being a fan of these meaningless games. Like you know, like once you get a taste, is like when I was a kid, I was cool with it because like all the Cleveland teams sucked, so I was just used to watching meaningless games. Like there was a period of time where every single Cleveland team sucked. By the way, shout out to the guy who got the Cavs game with the OU hat in Portland. Like they're in Portland. There's a guy with an OU hat on. He's sitting right behind Kevin Love. He got a Cavaliers jacket on. He got an Ohio University hat on. Shout outs to you. Go Bobcats. So the Bobcats won today and the Cavs are winning. So we get the Cavs and the Bobcats win today. It'll almost help me forget about the Browns. With that said, give me the Vikings.
Okay, that's nothing to do with anything. Give me the Vikings too. Just because, like, the Bears are bad, and with both these teams having nothing to lose, that seems like the perfect time for Kirk Cousins to go off. But as far as that guy wearing the OU hat, I imagine he probably, if he's a Cavs fan, I imagine he probably went to OU. So he probably just happened to be in Portland for that game.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
everybody, look, yeah. We'll go Bobcats and go Cavs. My two favorite basketball.
go Bobcats.
Yeah, they
Maybe not the
late.
Cavs, but go Bobcats.
They're 12-2. They're 12 first place in the MAC, baby. 12 and
There you
2
go.
right now.
There
They're
you go. National
good basketball team.
championship, college football. Oh, okay.
Dude,
Right.
if OU won the national championship in college basketball like that, come
You know,
on, man,
OU,
wouldn't that be fun?
You know, OU has a national championship in football.
They do?
Yeah, 1960.
See the original OHIO.
Yeah, exactly.
The real OHIO, ladies and gentlemen. Or gentlemen.
All right, so next we got next we got the Washington football team and New York Giants.
Okay, the future Coyotes versus the Giants. I can't watch the game in Cleveland because YouTube TV doesn't have Bally Sports. It's a cork of shit. You know, by the way, that's actually a big problem right now with Bally Sports and YouTube TV. So like Bally Sports is what Fox Sports used to be. I'm not sure you're Fox Sports, obviously. We smoke Kent State, so suck at Kent State. But Valley Sports, that's a huge problem. People talking about it. Valley Sports is bought out by ESPN, obviously, and it was used to be Fox Sports Ohio. But a lot of people, they get their cable now from YouTube TV and Hulu TV. So it's a very popular thing, and people do not have access to their basketball teams with these cable sites because of dang, right, and Rondo's hurt. We just traded for him. He's hurt. Anyway, people don't have access to the games because YouTube TV just doesn't carry it. And they're like, come on, how do you not carry live sports? How do you not carry live sports when we're paying money to watch live sports? This is one of the biggest things. This is actually a problem across the NBA right now. It's going to be a problem in baseball too. So people are pretty frustrated by that because they're trying to avoid paying for cable and Spectrum and all this other stuff. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But eventually, I'm guessing eventually they would start to carry. They'll figure something out. I'm pretty sure YouTube and Hulu will figure out how to get Bally Sports on board eventually. Hopefully.
Good thing baseball and basketball suck.
All right, so which game are we on again?
Because we're on the Washington football team and the New York Giants.
Okay, the Washington Coyotes versus the New York Giants.
The Washington Red Wolves.
Watch them call them so sad. Watch them call them so sad.
The Washington Potato Skins.
Washington Defenders. The Washington Guardians. Yeah, I don't know. Give me the football team.
The Washington Wildcats.
Talk about dysfunctional organization. Give me the football team.
Yeah, Jesus, man. Like, it's such a shame because the football team itself, they haven't been winning a lot lately, but they seem like such like a group of good guys and coached by a good guy, and they got potential and stuff like that, and then just the people at the top are just such bags of shit.
Such bags of shit. By the way, okay, so who had more dysfunction? The Jets and the Giants combined, or the Cleveland Browns organization?
Probably the Browns. I know. I don't know if that's a great comparison because the Jets and the Giants, they have dysfunction as far as putting a football team together, but as far as they don't really typically have a whole lot of major drama and stuff like that, other than Joe Judge occasionally saying some dumb shit. But other than that,
this Browns dysfunction is this is just next level dysfunction was going on. It
goes beyond football, is what it does.
By the way, Kyle, I'm telling you, it's gonna get worse. Kyle, we're gonna have a lot to talk about this offseason because it's gonna get worse. We're just seeing the beginning. It might even hush up for a little bit while the playoffs are going on. But dude, as soon as free agency start, get ready. Get ready. It's about to get. It's going to be bad.
I'm not sure.
I'm expecting the worst. I don't because this is going to be. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be bad. I think the drama. I think these stories that won't come out about this year. I think we're going to hear about this year. I think there's some shit that happened in the locker room this year, and I think there's going to be an article or story that comes out, and it's going to set out a lot of stuff is going to come out. I think there's some more stuff to be said about Odell. I think there's some more stuff to be said about the whole injury when Baker got hurt in Arizona. I think there's something Haslam probably done something he probably shouldn't have done. I think there's a lot that we're going to hear. By the way, beautiful block by Evan Mobley. Love that kid.
All right, so next we got the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. So let's see, what you got here is you got a team, you got a game that potentially could send the Saints to the playoffs if they win. Now, it would also require some help from the 49ers, but the Saints just got to take care of what they can take care of. So you think they get it done, Thomas?
Who's starting, Hill?
I have no clue who's starting it. I would imagine probably Taysom Hill.
Either way, give me the Saints. I mean, and people saying that Matt Ryan should be an option for the Browns, the quarterback. And, honestly, if I'm being real with you, I think Matt Ryan is just getting old.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he reached. I mean, a lot of players, we think, Brady's like a mutant. And I just think that we're starting to see decline from Matt Ryan, not because of his environment, because, he had receivers, he had ballers around him. I just think that he's just simply getting old.
Yeah, I kind of agree, actually. I think maybe Atlanta Falcons as a dark horse candidate for drafting Malik Willis this year.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, but I'm going to go with the Saints here, too. I think I think the Saints are maybe not the team that I want to see in the playoffs because I don't think they're very good, but I do think they're better and more motivated than the Falcons to win this game, so I think they'll probably get it done.
Do you think Will Baker went to the? I'm sorry, I was just thinking. Well, Will Baker went to Atlanta. I'm just going through the categories of teams that Baker go to. I think Atlanta might be another option for Baker.
It could be. I think he'd be better off in New Orleans. Also, I think Atlanta wants to get younger. I don't know if Baker's younger enough because he's been in the league for about it's going to be going on his 5th year.
I think the options. I'm with you. I think New Orleans is perfect for Baker. I think New Orleans is too good of a fit.
Probably. But anyway, we got the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next.
Carolina Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Buccaneers could potentially be playing for the number 2 seed, but they can't go get the number 1 seed. So they might rest their starters. But actually, it's Bruce Arians. So I almost kind of want to say Bruce Arians wants to be aggressive.
Yeah, but it's also Tom Brady. I would, man. If I'm Tampa Bay, I wouldn't play my starters this game. Would you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay versus Carolina. Carolina is still just so horrible. Carolina is so horrible. Just like Rajon Rondo's shot when he shoot a 3-pointer, it's just so horrible. So give me Tampa Bay just because how horrible Carolina is.
All right, that's pretty much my reasoning too. I think the Panthers are a very bad football team, and I don't think it matters if the Buccaneers put their starters out or not. I think they'll kill them.
Yeah. All
right, so next we got the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams, and this is potentially a big game for the for not so much for the Rams. Well, actually, yeah, possibly for the Rams because the Rams kind of need this win to if the Rams win this game, then they win their division. It's a guaranteed win for their division. If they lose, then they're in danger of the Cardinals beating the Seahawks to win the division. So this is a big game because if the 49ers win, then they clinch a playoff spot. If the Rams win, they clinch the division. So
who'll play home again?
Consequential game. The Rams play at home.
Ooh, that's interesting.
But I also don't think it matters that much for these two teams because they're both California teams.
Yeah, and San Francisco got probably a bigger fan base than the Rams do. Being real right here. Matthew Stafford haven't really looked that good the last couple weeks.
No, he hasn't.
It's like ever since he got older, it got worse.
Kind of, but he's also been making some insane plays to Odell. Actually, I wouldn't say Matthew Stafford's gotten worse. I think Matt Stafford's always been like this. To be honest with you, he's been up and down throughout his whole career. Like I think Matt Stafford is like what Baker Mayfield's like high end potential is.
I got you.
Which is insane that
You go
Odell
first
Beckham
on this
Jr.
one.
basically ended up with an older version of Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I think it's great. You go first on this one.
I'm going to take the Rams.
Okay.
I think they're a better team than the 49ers. I feel like the 49ers have been overachieving a little bit lately. They're going to be starting Trey Lance, who has just got no experience with big consequential games like this. So at least I think they're starting Trey Lance. But even if it was Jimmy Garoppolo, I think I would still probably take the Rams in this game. And the 49ers already beat them once. I don't think they sweep.
What's the name? What's the name of the coach of the 49ers? Okay, well, I'm blinking. Shanahan? Yeah, Shanahan. He's a genius. He's a genius.
Yeah, he is.
All right, give me. I'm losing the predictions this year, so give me the 49ers. What the hell? But not only just that, I really do because I am like going back and forth with this, and I think Trey Lance. I don't think Trey Lance is. Excuse me. I really do like. We talk about quarterback situations. I think Trey Lance has been brought up in a great situation in the 49ers. I think that he's set up for a long-term success. So give me the Rams. I'm giving the 49ers. 49ers. Give me the 49ers. I think the Rams.
All right. So next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And based on your prediction, Thomas, the Cardinals can. This is a game that will give the Cardinals control of the NFC West if they win. Based on my predictions, they will not. It's basically a meaningless game based on my predictions. But based on your predictions, they could win the NFC West if they win this game. So who do you think is going to win?
I think Russ could win his last. He's going to win his last game at Seattle Seahawks. You
think Seahawks pull off the upset in Arizona?
No, because Russ's last game. No, actually, no. I take that back. No. I take that back. When you say it like that, I hear it in my ears, my headphones are like, damn, that's a stupid thing to say. So I want to go with the Cardinals.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals here too. The Seahawks, regardless of how good Russell Wilson is, the Seahawks are awful.
Yeah, you hear what you said back, and then you repeat it, and when you say it like that, I'm just like, what the fuck did I just say? Like, you're right, Kyle. You're right, Cal. Yeah. Dumb Thomas, smart Cal. It's the last time you're going to hear me say that. It's the last time you're ever going to hear me say that. So just
no, because I'm going to clip it out and I'm just going to play it at random times on the podcast.
Anytime.
So it's not the last time I'm going to hear that.
Anytime the Bengals beat the Browns, like, hey, well, Tom, let me play this for you. Dumb Thomas, smart Cal. Then I just said it again. So now you got two things to clip out. Fuck.
There you go.
Fuck you, future Cal. Fuck you, future Cal, who's listening to this. Fuck you.
All right. So yeah, I think the Cardinals will probably beat the Seahawks because the Seahawks are very bad. And even in my scenario where the Cardinals have nothing left to play for, I still feel like they'll probably win because the Seahawks are very bad. So next, we only got 2 games left to talk about, and I think you know which 2 games those are. So let's start out with the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Who do you got? Who has based on the rest of our picks, neither of these teams are making the playoffs no matter what. But they won't know that when they're playing. So they'll be playing like there's still a modicum of a small, tiny little bit of a chance to make it into playoffs.
Yeah, they're playing for Santa Claus. Yeah, this one for Santa Claus, y'all. Yeah, Santa Claus.
And for what it's worth, I do believe Lamar Jackson's going to be back for this game.
Well, no, I thought they said Tyler Huntley. I thought it came out today that Tyler Huntley will be starting the last game of the season. If I'm not mistaken. But why are you looking that up? I was sitting here thinking about it. This whole podcast. I'm gonna go about.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. Lamar Jackson's out again.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley, the future quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. I don't know how I feel about that actually. If he became a Browns quarterback, but yeah, the future
It would
quarterback of the
definitely
Cleveland
be a
Browns.
change of pace. I don't know how well that Tyler Huntley would work with Kevin Stefanski though, like scheme wise.
I mean, Kevin Stefanski's changed. I mean, Gruden changed for Lamar. But with that said, Roethlisberger's last game, and I hate Tomlin because they always be winning games. Like, how the fuck y'all win that game? And I can see this one being one of them games. So, they do got more to play for, but ooh, no, they're not. Damn. You see, you're gonna pick the Ravens already. You said in the podcast you're leaning towards the Ravens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sticking by that here. I think the Ravens are. I think the Steelers are. I just think the Steelers are straight up bad. I really do.
Yeah.
And I think Tyler Huntley's a perfectly capable quarterback, and they've been in a lot of these games. I trust them more than I trust the Steelers.
I see, like, the thing that I'm sitting on is the fact that I said a couple weeks ago, like, yeah, the Ravens are going to lose every single game for the rest of the season. That's about to happen. I am like one game away from being right here, and I really, 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 really want to be right. I really want to be right, but
man, do you think you're gonna be right? Like that's the question. Do you?
But
really think
do I want to be wrong to be right? Or do I be right to be wrong?
Are you picking this based on what you want to happen or what you think's going to happen?
Well, I think it's going to happen. The Ravens going to win. So give me the Ravens.
Okay.
4 out of 5. I take that though. Y'all suck. You suck, Baltimore. I was close though.
All right. Last game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling all the way to Cleveland, Ohio, to take on the Cleveland Browns in the gigantic, massive, incredible 98th Battle of Ohio that neither team cares about at all.
By the way, we have a drinking game for this game because like nobody really gives a damn about this game, but we do have.
So might as well get drunk.
We might as well get drunk. Hey, I'm about to retweet the drinking game to you, Kyle, so you could go ahead and follow along in this wonderful drinking game. First of all, Bengals. Browns, y'all better not win this game because if y'all win, it would feel like a loss. But anyway, let's see. So what we have so far for some rules. Brown Spider tweeted, drink and cry. It should be a rule. These are the rules for the drinking game. One person said, okay, how about this? Once the opening kickoff happens, start drinking like nonstop. And if you're alive when the game ends, you win. I don't know how if you're alive, you win. Okay, here go one. One drink for every starter that's on the COVID protocol. So that's a few drinks for the Bengals players. I'm already drunk. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Somebody said for every holding penalty on Cleveland, that's a drink. For every sack, that's 5 drinks. And INTs are a shot. I like that. I like that one. Sip per snap. Every progressive commercial, take a drink. Yeah, you would probably get drunk. Drink every time the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is mentioned. Yep, probably get drunk on that one. Every time they say labrum, take a shot. Okay. Every field goal equals 1 shot. That includes both kickers. So that's one. Drink every time the Browns go empty set. Joe Burrow highlight drink. Oh, every single time they talk about, they compare Joe Burrow to Baker Mayfield, take a shot. And then somebody said, if you don't want to get drunk at all, just take a shot every single time the Browns score a touchdown.
Hey, I think they might score a touchdown.
1 shot. If you get drunk off of 1 shot, then you are what they call a very soft drinker.
Could be like, you never know. It could be like 151.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I still take a shot for 151 and still not be drunk. I mean, I'm not going to encourage you to drive at the drinking 151, but if you can't, you can get off.
I mean, I guess it depends on what your threshold of drunk is. Like, I mean, like, we talking about like, we talking about like, I feel like if you can't, like if you legitimately cannot drive, then you're drunk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
you probably shouldn't be drinking You probably shouldn't be driving if you've been drinking at all.
Yeah, I'm not endorsing drinking and driving at all, guys.
But still, I feel like if you're if I don't know. I don't really drink 151, so I don't really know. My wife used to be a big 151 drinker, so I guess I'll have to ask her if one shot will be enough to get you at least kind of drunk.
You know. By the way, I like the one drink that always give me the blackout is Rumple Mints. I don't know what it is. Every time I have Rumple Mint, I blacked out. There haven't been a time that I have Rumple Mint and I didn't black out. It just gets me. It just gets me. I hate it, and I don't like the way it tastes either. Ugh. I hate whoever created Rumple Mints.
I have blacked out once, and I just had I had a shit ton of mojitos. like just so many mojitos. Thomas. You don't even understand. They're so minty, man. They're so good.
My first time blacking out, I was at OU. We were at this mixer, and then there was this girl. She was wearing this blue blouse, and I was drinking. That was my first time having jungle juice, and I was drinking the jungle juice. I was drinking the juice, and this girl was talking to me. She was so she was trying to flirt with me, and I just wasn't feeling her. I don't care. I'm not really feeling you. And then I remember the blue blouse because I remember just looking the blouse is pretty. And then my friend was like, Thomas, what are you saying? You called her ugly 5 minutes ago to her face. Or 20 minutes ago to her face. Damn, it's alcohol. And then that was the first time I blacked out.
I don't believe I ever blacked out at OU. But I because I have an insane for somebody who does not drink heavily often, I have an insanely high tolerance.
Well, I get it.
So I mean, I don't know, man. I've blacked out I think twice in my entire life, and neither time was at OU. One time was at UC. I didn't go to UC, but I had a friend who went to UC, and I partied at his apartment one time, and I just got completely fucking gone.
Anyway, who you got this game, by the way?
Bengals and Browns.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna pick the Cleveland Browns in this game. No, I can't get through that one. Probably the Bengals.
I'm gonna be so mad when the Browns win on Sunday because they're gonna come out and have this expire. Kevin Stanley's gonna have this expire. Why is Kevin Stanley? Because Kevin Stanley's a really good coach. I don't think people realize how good of a goddamn coach he is. And, they really can win this game. They really can win this game. All jokes aside, it's not far-fetched that they pull this game off. And that's, man, that kind of makes me mad.
So, what do you think's going to happen?
You're going to make me do it, aren't you?
I'm going to make you pick one.
I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, I really, 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 really want the Browns to win this game, but I'm just sitting here thinking about it. They're not gonna lose this game on purpose. They're just not. They're gonna come out with pride. Kevin Stanley is probably a man with pride. You're gonna put on a headset. You got Case Keenum knows his offense. I can see the Browns. No, you know what? I'm picking the Browns. And
even though you're playing against the mighty Brandon Allen.
Yeah, but it's just, dude, they're gonna come out with a game plan. They're gonna execute. Literally, what's gonna happen? They're gonna come out and they're gonna execute a game plan because Kevin Stanley. Because at the end of the day, Kevin Stanley. You do have people out there questioning Kevin Stanley's job realistically, and he's probably just gonna flex his coach because people who insult Kevin Stanley as a coach are idiots. I'm not gonna be real with you. Anybody who insults Kevin Stanley as a coach is just freaking idiots. Kevin Stanley is one of the bright young minds in the NFL. We got diamond and rough a coach, and anybody who insults that man is a freaking idiot. He's a genius. So just watch this week. I just sit here thinking. I'm just sitting here thinking about it. Like we talk about logic all the time in this podcast. Sometimes we gotta take emotion out of it. And like emotionally, I just want the Browns to lose. So I'm just pissed off. I literally like Kyle. I'm being sincere with you when I say I really want the Browns to lose. But I'm just sitting here logically thinking about it. I'm like, damn, y'all gonna be resting a lot of players. The Browns will be resting a lot of players. But at the same time, like, it's just gonna come down to this is gonna be one of those games where it's probably gonna come down to a chess match between the coaches. Mm-hmm. And I can see Kevin Stefanski just drawing up a game plan like a wizard, and you just pull on rabbit out of his hat and go like, yeah, look how good of a fucking coach I am. And I could literally see him fucking doing that. I could literally fucking see him doing that. And I'm kind of mad about that, but you know what I mean? Like, it actually kind of makes me proud that he's our coach. So, like, literally, I'm going to pick the Browns because I think Kevin Stefanski is going to do some shit. He's going to pull rabbit out and win this game.
All right. So,
Marcus and Baker Mayfield era in Cleveland.
Now, with all of those games picked, we have picked 5 games differently among the set. So, do you want to change? It is impossible for you to win, Thomas. You can tie if all of your games are correct, and I'm incorrect on those that we disagree on. Then we could tie, but it's impossible for you to win. So, do you want to change any of your picks?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Steelers.
Change my Steelers.
Yeah, change my Steelers. Give me the Steelers pick. What's another game that we agreed on?
We agreed on the Packers and Lions. You want to change that one?
No, I'm not changing that one.
Vikings, Bears, football team, Giants, Buccaneers, Panthers.
Football team, Giants. We both agreed on that.
Yeah, we agreed on that.
Who do I pick?
You picked the football team.
To give me the Giants. There you go. That breaks the tie.
You just lost by picking the Giants. That's the worst possible thing you could do.
I really hope the Giants win now. Now I'm really going for the come on Giants. You know what? Look, okay,
have you seen the way Mike Glennon's playing lately?
They got Mike Glennon.
Actually, I think Jake Fromm might be starting this week because.
Wait, hold on. You know, rewind. Who the hell are the quarterbacks for each one of these teams? Because I literally don't. I honestly, goodness, don't know who the quarterback for each one.
Okay, so for Washington, it's Taylor Heineke, and I believe the Giants are going to be starting Jake Fromm this week.
The former quarterback of the Penn State,
Georgia.
He wasn't even good in college.
No, he was all right in college. Let's see, I believe he was the quarterback. Yeah, no, he was actually pretty good in college.
He was the quarterback. He had Nick Chubb and Sonny Michel, right?
I don't think so. No, Jacob Eason was the quarterback at Georgia, I think, with Nick Chubb and Sonny Michel, and then Jake Fromm beat him out for the job, and then Jacob Eason transferred to Washington. after that.
See, they just suck. I mean, like, I got nothing to lose. Just give me the Giants, and and I'm not picking the Steelers. I'm sticking with the Ravens, but I only need to change one game, right?
Yeah, you only need to change one game.
Okay, give me the Giants.
All right,
I'm keeping the Ravens over Steelers.
If you get really lucky, Thomas, you could come away with a win.
I mean, is it far-fetched that the Giants could beat the freaking football team? They're both horrible. It's just that the football team have a better coach.
Okay, what I'm saying is potentially far-fetched is you getting every single one of them right and me getting every single one of them wrong. It's happened before. It has happened before. But usually it's me getting them right and you getting them wrong.
Shut up.
In all actual reality, Thomas, I'm pretty sure like I'm way farther ahead of you than like 5. But I lost count a bunch of times.
I know.
So
I know. When you said 5, like this dude's just trying to make it interesting. It's cool.
Well, no. I legitimately did come to 5 as a legitimate number.
Really?
I don't know how the fuck I came up with that number, but like I mean it's definitely not accurate. But I definitely came up with that number somehow, like through doing the same process. So I didn't make that up. So I think next year maybe we should do like a pick'em league and then just have that like counted up for us because I did a shit job counting up for us.
And then we
this
got
year.
people. We could also, I think we also have some of our viewers like Mr. Joe Varel. Watch. By the way, he has a great podcast. Check his podcast out. In fact, you might want to have him on his podcast. I think he'd be a great guest on this podcast. I want to do something
Square
for him.
Table Degenerates podcast.
Actually, I think we should have him on his podcast during the off season. I think that'd probably be the time to have him on the podcast.
Let's make it happen.
Because it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, we're going to make it happen. We'll eye him up. But the off season will be interesting.
Yeah. But for now, it is past midnight. We've been going for over an hour here. I didn't think we were going to take this long because we didn't have a Monday night game distracting us. But then Joe Varel came and distracted us. So if you want to come distract us, then come watch our live streams because that is apparently something that happens. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I want to wind down and go to bed here pretty soon because I'm pretty much done for the night. So thank you so much for watching. You can always find more of what I do at Kyle Phelps92 on Twitter, Facebook.com/Phelps, ATBNetwork.com/Cincinnati Bengals, and my YouTube channel, which is Kyle Phelps. Find him at T_star94 on Twitter and Instagram, and his YouTube page and TikTok, which is the Thomas J Network. And
TJS.
I'm going to have that spiel that I do after every single fucking episode printed in my nightmares.
I'm going to leave you with a hooday.
I'll leave y'all with a hooday.
Hooday!
There you go. All right.